What's up, fam? Welcome to Let's Let Us Speak Truth. We got me and Trav on the panel. What's up, boy?
What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up?
That's not your intro.
Well, I'm sorry. To my people,
That's
how
right.
are y'all?
That's right. Y'all, it's been a minute and we back. We back. Today, y'all, we going to talk. We going to do some Q&A, but my first thing I want to do is dating as a successful black man or woman today. Then I got
Ooh,
questions. I
ooh,
got questions.
ooh, that's tough.
Like, we gonna just vibe. Like, what do you feel is the initial issue? Like, when you first go on a date with somebody and meet them, what is the first issue that you would come across? Like, what would a lady say to you because of the caliber of man that you are?
Um, it's tough, man. It's tough because when you when you get into dating
Mm-hmm.
like it is now, you got a lot of people that's apprehensive. Are you once they see you in person, are you catfishing
Mm-hmm.
off of the stuff that you say you're doing or you're not doing? Because I'm in Atlanta, the land of the LLC. Everybody is no, nobody wants to work a job. They're LLC. And I often say, what happened to two people getting together and taking their $2 and making it into $40? Because nobody wants to do that. I don't want to work a job. I want all my time. I want to, and which if that works,
Yeah.
but that shit don't work if you broke. I don't get that. Like if you broke and you living off other people and you asking people for money, I don't understand that LLC shit. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it works for you, then that's cool. But if you don't, but I would to narrow it down and answer your question. Um, Shit, man. Like people put on so many airs,
Yeah.
and then at our age, we've already lived, so we got experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the last thing I would say is I guess the lies that are involved, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the part for me.
But
But
that's during. That's during what the initial, like when people, like if I was in the dating game, when I
mhm.
used to be in the dating game and I went out, men would come up and say funny things to get my attention. And I'm a people person. So I would just vibe. And to me, it's all about the vibe. You give me what you're talking, we're vibing and everything is cool. That makes me want to get to know you. Nowadays, if you have your own home, if you have your own business, if you're successful and you're single at 40 and up, something's wrong. Someone's mind, something's wrong. And why is that? Because,
Well,
go ahead.
it's because different between a man and women, men and women. The what's attractive is two different things. Like you all, again, I always say this, like 80/20. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Um, Most women want to know where you're going, and most guys want to know where you've been. And when I say that, guys want to know, well, what the hell you been what you been doing the last 15, 20 years? I want to know. As for women, they're like, okay, you did that. You were a hustler. Now you're not. Now you're a businessman. You don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why different things appeal as we get older. For me, of course, I want to know where you've been. I'm more prone. I'm more prone to deal with a lady that has been a wife before, because that means somebody selected you.
Right.
If you ain't never been married, I'm gonna be kind of like why are you attractive and ain't nobody
But
ever wife.
don't knock that though, because
Okay.
some women, I'll say the 80-20, some women that have not been married and are dating, maybe they are very successful and the men that they attract are intimidated. So they never got married to them.
I like what you're saying. I'm glad you said this. What is this intimidation thing that women say about men? I've never met a woman that was intimidated. I don't even understand what that means. So please tell me that.
when you're a successful black man and you have it going on as far as your financial, your capability to do things, your swag, you own a home, and a woman, let's say that you meet, she makes good money, but let's say she doesn't own her home. And let's say that she found somebody who has it all, and it's almost like I can't believe he wants me. And that's an insecurity in women. Most some women will sit there and say like, why me though? Why not somebody else? Why
Why,
me?
why not?
But that's where the insecurity is. It depends on their history, where they've been, like you said, for the men, it depends on where they've been, where they came from. So, and then you got the opposite. You got the confident women that have been around the world and I.
Man, I got you. I got you. And you got
And,
you. It's like that guy you said. I can't believe it's not butter. Like,
right.
God damn it!
But
I mean, I got it.
but you got those women, and you gotta, let's say you have your shit together and you got all that, but then they're in competition with you.
Ooh.
So when they are in competition with you, it's a control issue. And then the communication breaks because of the control.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that because I'm pretty traditional when it comes to women. I would say more than most men probably are at my age. Let me ask you this: you said where the control comes in.
Mm-hmm.
With relationships, isn't there a certain amount of control that you have in both each other's lives?
You would like to think that, but when you have two successful people together, it becomes a battle because the male knows and the woman knows best. You know what I'm saying? So like, what did Kevin Samuel say? Rest in peace.
Mhm.
If what do you have to offer a man? Okay, he's
Besides
speaking to the women
besides besides sex.
side sex, right? I'm sorry, I know people can't stand that guy, but I love him to death because he was so on point. What do you have to offer? You want a 6 million, not 6 million, but a six-figure man. What do you have to offer? Okay, you own your own business, you have money, but he already has money. You have pussy, they can get pussy anywhere. What else do you have to offer? And a lot of women compete for that man under those circumstances. So let's say you have options, right?
Right,
You got six women coming after you.
right.
They all make money. They're all pretty, look,
Okay.
and then they're fighting for your attention. So you got all these women that are beautiful and they're fighting for your attention. How do you know which one would be the best for you?
I I could be specific. If you're that's cool, you said that. If and I say this quite often.
Mhm.
Um I want my woman to be completely absorbed by me. And what that means is if you're into what we're doing. Because I'm gonna be into all things you.
Right.
So if your mother is sick, cool. If your niece needs to be moved out of her dorm room, I got you. If your aunt that raised you needs a mattress picked up, I'm that type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be engaged and locked in with me because if you're not, it's not even worth my time. Because I mean, I want to open the floodgates. But in saying that,
Mm-hmm.
it comes to Nick, when it comes to the day to day, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, I'm like if you're not thoughtful,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I'll give you a fine pet peeve, and a lot of people say, oh well, in my day to day job,
Mm-hmm.
when the weather is inclement, if
Mm-hmm.
you don't call and check on me like that, I don't like that because I'm gonna make sure you straight. I'm gonna walk around your car. I'm gonna make sure your tires straight and all that shit on a regular basis. I don't even want you to worry about regular shit like tires, car insurance, taking the trash out, shit like that. That ain't for you. That's not for. type man I am. That's not for that. But I don't take a lot of shit off women because if I'm willing to do that, that's minute shit you should do like that.
So the fact that you just said the tires and stuff like that, you don't expect them to do that. What do you expect them to do?
Man, being feminine is probably the biggest thing. And a lot of people say, damn, why that's the like if you are feminine or not or I need that, but all things trash, like I'm good with that. Like for me, I'm into old school car shows.
Hmm.
Like I just said now, if it's something going on with your job, if it's something going on, whatever, and you say, well, I need you to go with me to X, Y, and B, I'm there. But
Hmm.
if I want you to go to the turkey run with me or go to the race with me, I want you to go. I
What is
don't want
a
to.
turkey run?
That what it's a thing that they have where like you go, it's turkey run, it's and you go check the cars out and all that
Need
stuff.
some shit like that out here. We
Yeah,
don't have.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you're doing that, I'm good with that. I love that. But if you're like, oh, this is a labor of love, you don't want to do it. I don't even want to get into that. And then a lot of women don't know this. Like a lot of guys have gotten to this point, and women don't like it. But I'm gonna be honest. If you got to take a chick out,
Hmm.
maybe get her Uber back home or take her back home, go through all that, and it mounts up to where you're spending $500 or $600 on a chick out the gate.
Hmm.
I guess to impress, and a lot of guys say, it ain't tricking if you got it. I don't like that. I think that's some bullshit too. But I mean, what's the difference in a guy that gets to that point to just say, "Hey, go $300 for a prostitute," and he leave, and he's done with it, because that's the nature of dating is so bad,
Hmm.
and people have these unrealistic expectations on people.
I'm glad you said that because the key thing for me, what I would say is some women have expectations. They don't meet themselves.
Exactly. I was looking at something today, and the lady said out of her mouth, Nick, it was crazy. Um, and the lady said out of her mouth
Hmm.
that if I'm going through something, I shouldn't have to ask you. I got my car, I'm taking classes, and my rent's due. Now, for me, I don't know you. We've been dating for a couple of months. You have a expectation that I'm gonna come out my pocket for anything.
Hmm.
It's really weird. The other thing with that is this, and I'm not. Listen, I promise you, this is not to offend anyone. This is just something that I see because I do. I watch constantly,
Hmm.
and Nick, I don't want to offend, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put my shoes on right now. Something that I saw change over the years. I see extremely unattractive women,
Hmm.
overweight, fake hair, lashes, nails, 6 pounds of makeup. And I see these women actually shoot their shot at guys that they know wouldn't date them or would smash or fuck behind closed doors, but would never take them anywhere. That is really odd that I never thought that I would see because back in the day, unattractive women would just they smile and wink and in my case try to they oh you're cute or whatever, but never actually holler like they had a chance. This
Social
is some
media.
it's
Social
some weird
media.
shit. I'm being real now. Like ladies, I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just being honest.
I mean,
I've
okay.
never seen that before.
This kind of bring and no disrespect to any celebrities, but there's been a specific celebrity that's in heat right now, and she's a bigger woman. She's beautiful, and she has swag. And
Who are
but
we talking about?
I don't want to say the name.
Spell it. Spell it.
Starts with a L.
Okay. So this is what I want to say. And I hear women always saying that she's beautiful. And I don't think she's a from the neck, I don't think she's unattractive. She has her features aren't bad. Let's get that straight.
Right.
But when women say that are smaller than her, I'm gonna start telling women, you know what? You think she's a 10? Well, you look just like her. And maybe that will make them say something different because I think that's a bucket of bullshit.
Mm. What I like about her is her confidence. It's not really about her look, it's her confidence about herself. But the allegations that are going against her right now kind of
What
throw her.
I don't know that are they saying she did something wrong? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
so she has a crew, and I guess there are some bigger women in there, and she fat shamed them. This is what's going. This is what
bigger than her.
or smaller but big. But,
Okay, so
but wait, wait, wait,
what the
wait.
hell is
Now
okay?
this is all social media. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
all
Social
right.
media will destroy anybody. Because she did make a statement that like she was in awe over all of this. Who knows the truth? We don't know her. We don't know her crew. Everybody's about money on social media, which is very sad.
That's true.
And that's the biggest thing. But let me tell you this. I looked this up because I had to. Here is the current relationship status of unmarried black men respondents. Not looking right now, 27%. Looking but not dating, 23%. In a committed relationship but living apart, 20%. Living with someone, 18%. Dating but not exclusively, 11%. Those are some sad ass numbers.
Oh, I mean, but you got to understand. I do not fault women for those numbers. I fault men. Me personally, I fault men,
I
and
fault so
I'm far from I'm far from a simp. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the behaviors that we see from women in the dating pool, a lot of the stuff is ridiculous, and men allow this because they just want to have sex. Don't allow it. You still gonna have. She wants to have sex just as bad as you do. You don't have to allow bullshit.
yeah.
Stop allowing bullshit, and the dating market will completely change.
And I
I,
think, and truth be told, I think with women, when they meet a fine brother and he's got it going on and he's successful, I feel like they're insecure with themselves, feeling that how did I get this guy? How does he really like me?
but you know what's so crazy, Nick? Some shit that women will do that blows my mind. You'll get a guy that you know ain't no good that you think's attractive,
Mhm,
and they'll have sex with him quick,
mhm.
maybe within a 2 week, 3 week, month situation. They'll meet the guy that's got his shit together, and they'll say, "Hey, I'm gonna hold up for a minute. I'm gonna make him wait. I'm gonna go through 90 days and all that bullshit." What's crazy about that is it should be actually the opposite way around. You should
Right,
flip that. You know
right.
what I'm saying? You should flip that because that guy, it has the ability to be an asset and uplift your life and make things a little easier for you. The other guy, he can't do anything. And if he can, he's not going to because he's got a bag of chicks that he plays with. He's not going to do that.
Did you watch
Why?
that, or did you read that Steve Harvey book, that 90 day, whatever the hell?
No, no, I do. Mm.
This is my issue. Love you, Steve Harvey. Love you. But I have an issue with men that support, well, not even say support, men that show, like this book. You got, he's affirming women. He's not dictating to a guy on how to treat a woman. He's teaching a woman. And how can you teach a woman? You're a man.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you what that is. And I always say this. Unfortunately, um, we've been how many shows have we done so far? What,
We are
a
at
hundred?
we are at 99,
Oh
100.
wow.
Sunday.
Okay. So Sunday's gonna be fly. But
Mhm.
here's what's really unique, Nick. Really, really unique. a lot of guys. I'm in a male dominated industry. I'm the baby of 5 sons. I've said it so many times on the show. 46 male cousins. I've been around men. I play football. The things that men really want to say, they can't say. They'll get canceled. Whether you get canceled on social media, they'll get their Instagram accounts, whatever.
But do you feel
I
social media? Okay, go ahead.
social media. Yeah, yeah. So a lot of guys won't really 100% be honest about things in situations with me. On the other hand, I say shit that other guys don't say because number one, I'm single. Number two,
Ladies. Oh, go ahead.
I'm al- I'm always number two. I say what I want because women still have chose to deal with me after knowing how my feelings on how I think about things. Um, with that being said, I always say this: I don't think a woman should be beat, raped, disrespected, none of that. I do think when you step in men's circle and you do things and you act like a man, you open the door for all types of things. That's my personal belief. And that's something I tell my daughters don't do. But let me go back to what we were saying. Um, when it comes to men, like, and I was just truly being honest,
Mhm,
and a lot of women don't they were going to completely refute what I'm getting ready to say. But if you could get men and you could say you're gonna be able to take care of your wife, love your kids, buy a nice home, pick them up, tuck them in, love on them, and make sure that they're okay. And you were gonna get old, and you were gonna have your grandkids, and you were gonna die with that particular woman that you married.
mhm,
But periodically, you had a little exit room where you could go and
mhm.
do what you want to do, whether it be sleep with another woman or whatever. Most men would take that option in their life. Most men don't have those options. That's why you get a lot of guys say things like, "Oh, I'd never do that," and he's I'm Saint John, and I'm not gonna. I don't even look at women outside of my wife. Bullshit. He does. It's a
Okay.
lie.
With that being said, do you think brothers can commit?
If you're a man that does not get attention from women, I think it's a lot easier. I think a lot of men. Uh,
What
Nick, do
if
you
you're
know
fine as hell and you do get attention?
it's
Like,
gonna be tough? It's
commit.
gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm being honest with you because most men don't have that. They don't live that plight. If there's a lot of unattractive men that make money, but if you make, let's just use that number, 6-figure money, and
Mhm,
you're a nice looking guy to go with that, and you know how to act and you know how to do. Women watch everything that a man does when they think when he has style,
mhm,
from the way he shaves his facial hair, the clothes, the way he orders a drink, the way he pulls your chair out, the way he may order food at a restaurant, the way he deals with the waitress, the way he's attentive, you know what I mean, to you when he talks to you. When you got there are guys that are versed out here and know how to move.
mhm.
Those guys, if now let me give you, and if he's better than average looking, it's gonna be hard because he's gonna get attention that other men don't get. He'll
So
get a chick that
let,
says,
let me ask you
"Meet
this:
me." Mhm.
you meet a woman, she's attractive, she's
Okay.
she's real cool, and at your age right now, would you be able to commit?
Now I would after what I've been through.
Do
As
you?
far as now let me say this: it would be dramatically easier now at 45 years old than it would have been 10, 15 plus years ago. Easy. So I can go to a bar, sit down, have a drink, a lady give me flavor, and I can walk off without getting her number, and I'm okay. I'm good with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Who are your who are two celebrity women that you think are gorgeous?
Hmm. Um, I like women that are a little. abstract. I like women that look like pretty deers.
Name two.
Um,
Name two.
I got to tell you something. I got to.
You said
Okay, you
pretty years. I hate you.
yeah. Like, that look. I like weird looking women that are pretty. That you be like, she look different, but but I like pretty girls. So hmm,
Name two celebrity women.
um, you know the girl from um Tyler Perry movie.
Sanaa Lathan.
No, no, she got in the movie she got AIDS for cheating on her husband.
Okay.
She's the she's the cheer. I don't know her name.
I can't
She
remember her name, but I know what you're talking about.
she's the brother to her little brother was on one of those shows. And her um I used to think that Aaliyah was really pretty. Um Chicks that can wear lip gloss. Um stuff like that. Complexion ain't really whatever. I've seen some super dark skinned chicks that was really pretty, super light skinned. That ain't really it, but it's facial features for me. Um, full lips, stuff like that. But I used to think Megan Good was really pretty before she started sticking shit in her face. Like I used to think she was really really good looking too.
The whole makeup, or not makeup, but the injections and stuff.
Whatever she's sticking in her goddamn lips and in her face and shit to make her look like Joan Rivers now. Yeah, I said Joan Rivers.
Not Joe Rivers. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know why people are doing that shit. Like, Father Time is undefeated. You gon' get old. I don't know. And then you look like you can't move and all that crazy ass shit. I don't know.
Ladies, keep what God gave you and work to lose whatever you need to lose.
Exactly. Hold on.
Don't get those injections. I'm talking to the ladies. No injections, no butt implants, none of that stuff. Work
But
to
they can't help it though, Nick, because they've been
because of
told,
social media, because of social
yeah, you got
media, the celebrities. Like, you're not them. You don't have the money to be them. And if you did, use it for something else. Use it
okay,
for
good.
something else.
I'm
Shit.
glad she said that. And tomorrow, for all you ladies that are getting those BBLs, and your son is reading on the third grade level and he in the 10th grade, get him a tutor. Don't spend that money on your ass. The other good ladies, if you got a daughter and her teeth are protruding forward and they need braces, don't spend it on your ass either. It's not gonna bring you no husband. It's just gonna bring you a large bag of dicks.
And
So, but
men, look, and men, you are not kin.
now, oh my God, oh,
Stop getting your shit done too.
oh
Stop
my
getting
God,
injections. Stop taking the ribs out and trying to make a fake tan fucking six pack. Work and get that shit right.
man, that's got to be uncomfortable.
That shit is crazy as hell. Okay, look. So I read this. So it says more than half of black men, 52%, surveyed want to marry their current partners. 38% indicate not being sure, and only 11% say they have no interest. This tells us African American males aren't nonchalant or wasting time in their dating explorations. So, ladies, if you meet a man and in their mind they feel you're the one, let that insecurity go and open up. Let them in because they're telling you and showing you that you're the one. Who cares about the status?
Most guys, I would think most guys. Let me say this: want to be married. If like we'll say, let me say, most guys that have not been, or most guys want the luxury of being able to come home and be with somebody and openly have sex on a regular basis with that person. Where things get eerily where they don't work is guys that have women that are not, and women's hormones change and sex is not that important and all those different things. But a lot of those guys want to have sex when they come home. They want to be with their wives. Now, if you got a lady that's saying, I don't want to, I'm pushing you back, I don't want to do that,
Mhm.
you gotta understand, what do you think he's gonna do? He's gonna go be with someone else sooner or later, whether that's at a spa, a prostitute, or he gets a girlfriend. It's just the truth. If you go to kiss your lady and she crimps her lips, I mean, what the
Don't ever
fuck?
do that again. Don't ever do.
It's the truth. You got guys that are going to kiss their women and they crimp their lips like they don't want to do that. Well, goddamn.
Okay, so what about what about the women that are with men? They're with their man. They love him so dearly, but the roles are reversed. So, and then they
It'll never
find,
be right.
but no, that's not true.
I don't know.
But then at the end of the day, if the roles are reversed, I feel because there's a lot of independent women out here, you know, and I hate to use that word, but I've been watching social media. I've been listening to ladies speak, and they're independent and they don't need a man. And they no, yes, the fuck you do. You need a
But
man, you want a man, but you don't go. You it's a control thing because you're independent and they're independent. I
okay, I think in those situations, if you really want to be together, you have to sit down and take the bullshit out. And I mean, like for real, like fuck having something between you. Don't have anything between you. Like I'm literally saying, sit knee to knee, look at each other's face, and talk.
yeah,
Because I believe you can talk through just about anything. As long as no money, you didn't take anyone's money, you didn't physically hurt anybody, and no children are hurt. I think outside of that, most things can be fixed by talking. That's just my personal opinion.
right.
And
What
you sit down and you sit down and you talk and you say, "Hey, look, I am. You are a woman. There are innate things that are about you, and there are innate things about me. And if we want to get through this, how do we not clash? Because you know we love each other.
right?
How do we not clash?"
Communication is the key, and
But the
even
problem is nobody wants to relinquish that type of power.
what do you think about the statement? I love you guys. You're a power couple.
I don't like it for a couple of reasons, the power couple thing.
Mhm.
Because what that does is it messes with the equilibrium of the house. And what I mean by that is if because either you're gonna have the traditional marriage or you're gonna have untraditional marriage. And if it's untraditional, then the roles need to go out the window. But if your man is saying deep down, I'm the man of the house, then power couple don't work. But if you're saying untraditional, then that works for what you all are doing. It wouldn't necessarily work for me because I need a woman to be, I'm more Claire Huxtable. That's what I like. I don't need, and no disrespect, like I said, I don't know the lady from Can of Paint, and I know that this is an act that she's selling, but
Right.
I don't need Cardi B. I need Claire
No,
Huxtable.
I cannot stand that statement. A power couple, just like you said. I think it reverts. It makes the woman feel powerful and the man feel powerful. And I'm a traditional. I'm 51 years old. So for me, um, I want to be the submissive person. I don't
No,
want to be the lead. I
no,
don't want it to be where um you guys are such a power couple. Now let me back up. There's meanings to that.
yeah,
To the old to our generation, the power couple is that traditional role. The woman is she takes care of home. She can work, but normally will take care of home. The man is the provider. He's the worker outside. The woman takes care of the inside of the house. Today's world and what social media made power couple be is you're equal to your man.
okay. So this is one of the biggest things. I'll say, and I hope this makes it to some couple that can help.
Mhm.
I don't care what state you live in, but I'm gonna use Atlanta for example.
Mhm.
If we're on 285 and the tire goes out, who gets out to fix the tire? Me or you?
The man.
Okay, cool. If we're in the house and we're in the basement and I hear something or you hear something and a door flings open, if I'm am I going down or you going down to check on it?
Traditionally,
Pretty traditionally, okay. If we get put out of the house and all the furniture's outside, are they gonna say Nick's a sorry woman or Travis is a terrible man for getting his family evicted?
traditionally, Trav.
Gotcha. If we come by, one last thing, if the my family comes by, your family comes by, and the house is dirty, they're gonna say Nick keeps a dirty house, right?
Correct.
Because okay. So what I'm saying is these things, no matter how, they're kind of beat into our heads. And I'm saying at that time, you just got one thing. You got Nick has a not he has a she has a dirty house. Well, I had two scenarios where I could get hit by a car and killed. That was with the tire. Or I could go down and somebody break in the house and somebody could kill me.
Mhm.
I always say this and people take this with a grain of salt, but it's the truth. When you sign on to marry a woman, you sign on to give your life for her. Watch this. This is where it gets crazy. Nick, we're friends.
Mhm.
We walk downtown Atlanta. Somebody comes up to you to do something. I turn around and I start to fight him. I hit my head on the curb. I die. You live. I just gave my life so you could be cool and you're my friend.
Mhm.
That is the thing that women don't understand with a man.
Right.
He's signing on just being your friend. He's signing on protect. You're not signing on to protect him by being his friend.
But see,
That's the thing. That's the thing.
I get that. But the way the world is today, when I said the social media thing and women are so empowered, not just black women, all women, they're independent. They don't need a man. They can do this. You cannot fight a fucking man. You cannot fight a man.
There is a professional boxer, and there's a lady that's a professional. She really wants to fight this guy. I don't know if it's a PR stunt. I have no idea,
It's
but
a,
I know
a hoax.
I don't know. She really wants to fight him, and he's saying he'll let her use the lighter gloves. He'll use the heavier gloves, and he'll let her wear headgear. And I don't know if it's for PR. I have no idea. But to the young lady that wants to do this, please don't. Please
But
don't.
don't look.
Please don't. It's not. Listen. We're different. We have different lung capacity. We have different hand strength. Our brain the way that our the plates on our head or they adjust it. Please don't do that.
You're
It's
gonna
not
get
it's
your
not what
ass
you
kicked.
it's not what you think.
You're gonna
And
get your ass kicked.
yeah,
You're gonna get your ass
I
kicked.
mean I
Sit down.
one more thing that I would like to tell ladies. Like it's crazy because I love the conversation we have tonight. One more thing I like to tell ladies. Like when you say fuck him, he ain't gonna do nothing. That is a very bad position to take, young ladies with men. Like, don't do that. Like,
That's
cause
disrespect. That's
there's some guys that will lose their shit. Like, and they're men that cannot handle the emotions of fucking with his head and his heart at the same time. It's certain men that cannot handle both of those.
mhm,
And that's such a dangerous game to play if you fuck with a man's head and his heart at the same time. If you fuck with them, a lot of guys can't handle that pressure. They'll do something and get themselves in major trouble. So I
right,
would tell ladies, please, you know, that's one thing I would tell ladies, let that go. Fuck him, he ain't gonna do nothing.
right. And I'm gonna tell the men out there, if you love your woman, you really want to be with that woman, give her your all. Don't hold back. Communicate with her. Open up. and give her your all. Don't let no side chick ruin your shit because at the end of the day, you're going to end up miserable.
Hey, hey, I can step out and say that to married men that do. Let me say this: if you don't, if you don't love your wife or the life that you live, or you don't know how much you do care about that life.
Mm-hmm.
When it's taken from you, you'll realize a lot. You'll say, "Damn, man." And I would say at this point, getting older, put everything into that and try to get and get the best out. So even if she fucks up, you can walk away and say, "I did my best. I did what was good. I worked."
Yeah.
You'll feel better about it than you will if you fucked up and the relationship is fucked up. You'll feel better than you will if you just let it go and it doesn't work.
But,
Um,
I'm going to say, but I'm going to jump on that. I'm going to say, if you have been married for a long time, and let's say, because 90% of the time, the man will cheat. Okay. The women will be loyal that whole time. But women change during a relationship. They will hold out on sex because they feel like he's my husband. I got it. Yeah, it is what it is. If you hold out on sex from your man, because that's very important to men, either you need to discuss an open relationship or you need to bite your tongue and fuck your man like he it
but
was your first.
I,
Like,
I,
go ahead.
I think by being and a lot of women are not gonna like this, but it's the truth.
Mhm.
I think by being sweet, submissive, and sexual, you can slow down a guy that's gonna cheat on you. You can really slow it down. I mean, I'm talking about drastically reduce the chances of him doing that by never turning him down. Um, when you start to turn him down, he's gonna look elsewhere. That's one thing. Also, um, I think that if sex is a chore and you say shit like "go on and get it over with," you just took the sting out. Now you got guys that'll go ahead and have sex, but I mean, I want you to be ripping and tearing at me and oh come here there, come here there. I want you to do that. I don't want you to just goddamn lay there and look up and goddamn, if I reach for you, I don't even want you to flinch. Like I want you to be, when you cry when you were a kid
All
and
right.
you yeah, I don't even want you to. I don't want you to flinch. God damn it! I want you to come here. And I told you before, guys. Look, another thing, guys. Let me try. I want y'all to try this. It might work for you. When
Mm.
you get in there and you get into bed, I don't give a damn if it's queen size or king size. Lay in the middle of the goddamn bed. That way,
I'm on you.
uh, she can't get away. Don't fuck the side. Lay in directly in the middle and spread your legs out like you're gonna make it a snow angel, and do your legs in the snow angel, and have your penis exposed, so she knows what this means. This is a mating call. That
Look,
way,
and then she
that,
on her side, and if she don't want to be bothered, she could just creep off on her side. I mean,
yeah.
that's
But
what it
if
is.
you if she, but if she says, "What are you doing?" Just lay there in the middle, and maybe just maybe, you know, even if you got booty do, it's okay. Your stomach stick out farther than your booty do. It doesn't matter. It just make sure that this lady knows that you are ready and primed for action. That's probably the best thing.
You're not talking about the booty do. Okay,
Now,
let me ask you this. Let's say the woman like loves her man so much, but he is doing things to make her unhappy. And then
give me an example. You gotta give me an example. What is he doing?
Okay, so let's say you both come home from work because you're both working because ain't no shit happening like traditional nowadays, especially in
Yeah,
Cali.
yeah, that's
A lot
that's
of us
that's
at
tough.
work.
Even if you make good money, that shit get thin. But go ahead.
Right. So you both come home and okay, you guys make dinner. One person makes a dinner. You're tired. And then let's say you guys go get in the bed after your shower because wash your nuts and wash your pussy. Get in the bed and
Please do. Personal hygiene is important. Go ahead.
yes, then you guys get in the bed and then you both are like this in the bed because you both do business. Okay, so you're like this
Okay.
in the bed, and then all of a sudden an hour goes by, and now you put your phone down, and it's midnight,
Now you fall asleep.
and the woman falls asleep.
Okay.
2 hours later, it's now 2 in the morning. The man wakes up and starts doing this, touching, kissing on you, rubbing on you, and the woman says, it's 2 in the morning. I got to get up in 4 hours. Do you feel a woman should give up no matter what the time, no matter how tired, no matter what? Or do you feel like the man should respect her respect that time in the middle of the night? Or do you
I
somebody has
personally,
to give up? Somebody has to give something up in order to.
personally, personally, I think that she should. But let me ask you this: if he and I'm so against this, fellas, please don't do this. But I'm just want to know because shout out to one of my brother's friends. He said this when I was a kid. I'll never forget it. He said, "If my wife don't give me what I want, I will lay down and I will fire around by myself." Now, here's the problem with that. Would you be upset if he laid there and he fired around by himself? Like
Right. And
that,
a lot of women are because how are you just doing that by yourself and I'm right here? Well,
but
you were
but I'm
sleeping
saying though,
when to
and I
respect you.
and you gotta understand, it's 2 a.m. You said so it was 12 and 2 hours went by. He was never really asleep. He was see subconsciously he had sex on his mind all day thinking about you. And now I got home and it's dark and the TV is the door is closed and now it's time for my time and you went to sleep and you got a phone in your hand. Say I can't deal with all that. But I think a lot of women,
No, I'm saying you both have a phone in your hand. You both are
yeah, he shouldn't.
doing business
No, no, fellas, I get you. If she got a phone in her fellas, you should take the phone out of hand and put your penis in her hand.
and hold it until it. What'd you tell Tanya last?
And hold and then tell her, baby, will you please hold it till the swelling go down?
Okay, look, I found this clip, and I know this is about dating problems as a successful single black man. This guy is successful, and I'm gonna let you hear the clip. Tell me if you can hear it.
I want to hear.
Then if you're white collar, successful man, dating is easy for you, from my understanding. That's how I look at it.
It's not. It's hard. You guys have seen me publicly try to date somebody,
Yes,
and it was a huge debacle.
true.
She tried to steal my clients. She wanted, it's a little bit too like it's. I will respect a chick if she was like, "Hey, I think you're sexy. Hey, here go a coochie shot. Hey, here goes some breasts or whatever. I'm interested in you." That direct approach, I would respect her more versus the hey, I want to pick your brain or hey, I want to run something by you or hey, let's take a business trip someplace and whatever. And you get there and she trying to talk to you. That bothers me. That literally bothers me.
So when the women come at you, do you think you attract more successful women that have agendas, or more women that are not successful that's just trying to talk to
To
you?
be honest with you, women all the time tell me that I'm intimidating. That's why it's hard. even though it seemed like I get a lot of attention from women,
It does look that way.
it doesn't. It seemed that way, but it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't. It doesn't. The follow up ain't there. It's like they'll come and look like ooh ah. There's no follow up. There's no. And see this thing about it too. Like I can't just like dive in somebody's DMs because I feel like who about the I don't want to be KT. Who gonna KT you? Inside with joke. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be KT. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, it's difficult, man. Like I use services. Like I use like high-end dating services. Like I use high-end dating services.
I heard that a lot of really successful women or men
Yeah,
end up finding it that they have to use those.
Yeah, I use like high-end dating
What do they
services.
provide?
They screen the chicks. I went out, I went out with a chick that was 21 a couple weeks ago, and she works for like some of the top surgeons in Atlanta. So they screen them. She just
20-year-old just didn't have a headspace. You just
exactly
you weren't feeling it.
She was fine though, but I couldn't connect with her. And another thing is too is like I'm somewhat of a sapiosexual, meaning that yeah, you can be fine. And also my heart has been broken. Like I'm divorced. So that's why it's hard. It makes it even harder for me because I ain't gonna fall for the okie doke. Ain't no fall for no okie doke with me. I done been ran through the mud. Like I when I was at the top of my career, I was married, making as much money as I ever made. My wife at the time, ex-wife, did not have to work. She wanted to work. I had to tell her, sit down with our daughter. You ain't gotta work. Mm-hmm. But she was, I want to hear me roar type of woman. Mm-hmm. She wanted to work or whatever. But when I went through my divorce, I lost everything. I lost everything. I had a 7-bedroom house, movie theater in the basement. And I was so depressed. I owned a mortgage company at the time. I lost all of it because I couldn't work. I lost.
So dating for you, does it feel like business in the beginning? Are you, does it feel like you're a lawyer and you're setting up your liability blocks from the beginning? Like I'm gonna block myself from this and that.
Yeah. Because it's like this. It's like you want that low-hanging fruit. You want Shaquita with the fat booty. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody that's just going like you want Shaquita with a fat booty because she's fun, but at the same time she has like a huge liability.
But now you almost need to date someone who's successful on their own,
or somebody who wants to be kept.
So now what? Hold on, that don't make sense.
Like sugar babies. That's why you see a lot of older successful men with sugar babies.
You got to explain that dynamic.
So what a sugar baby is somebody that is like I have 2 homeboys, mm-hmm. and one is about to get married to his sugar baby. One of them went through India. They went through all of India, and he helped her start an online yoga company. And now she's knocking down 6 figures.
One word to describe Mudflap app would be.
So with that,
it's so interesting the things that he said because these are things that I said earlier. What he's saying is this correlates with what I said at the beginning when we first started talking. Men of status, men that make okay money or decent money, that own property, that have money in the bank, that have assets, things that they can liquidate. They want their women to be completely absorbed by them. I'll give you a fine example. I got a homeboy that owns a business, does well. Mid to high 6 figures. I know this dude is about business. He takes care of business, he puts it down, he does well here in Atlanta. He has it set to where his woman works with him. She goes out with him when he handles business. That's because he wants her to be accessible, reachable at all times. Right. A lot of women will say, "I'm independent. I don't want to do that." But if you have a, I'm gonna just use a number. If you have a husband that makes $650,000 a year, mm-hmm. and he's telling you, "Don't go to a $80,000 a year job because that's taking away from what our family needs." Why would you refute or go against that? He just said it. You have men that have money that are marrying their sugar babies.
Mhm.
And the reason they're doing that is because they want that woman when they yell, when they yell, when they yell, when they yell, Jackie, I want you to come with me for the day. They don't want you talking about no goddamn job. They don't want you talking about where you somewhere else you got to go. I'm just using a number. We're getting me and you together are getting $60,000 a month.
Mhm.
We don't give a damn about those things. I need your time for me and for us. And a lot of times, what I don't understand, I've heard women that say, I want my, what's better than the person that you love if y'all doing it together and you have a surplus of 60, 80, $90,000 a month? I don't know. But I'm saying, what's better than that? I don't get that mindset. So when I hear a woman saying, I'm warm, want to hear me roar, I think you're working in the opposite direction because long term, if you got a husband that's going to retire you, fuck, go with him. That's the best shit going.
Right. And I understand that. And that is something that women really need to take heed to, because at the end of the day, two incomes are better than one right now, and especially in this life. Traditionally, it
I,
was
but Nick, you know what? I would say that if you guys are both making like middle of the road, decent money, but when you get around, I'm gonna say here in Atlanta where you're making 30K a month and it's coming to the house and y'all are doing it together and you guys are gonna be able to put money up and live decently, more better than decently, and travel and have an extremely nice home and all that stuff. Because once you get to that point,
uh-huh.
all those things they work together. But once you make that type of money, you guys are doing it together.
What about the ones that are both in triple digits?
I mean, that's what I mean.
It
The reason I always talk about finances and relationships
is
is
a
because I want us to have the closest thing to a high school love or we're crazy about each other relationship. Once you take finances out,
you
then
can
y'all can
together.
you y'all can just I, if you say, babe, I want to go to I want to if you say if my woman says, babe, I want to go to New York to eat pizza. When money is not an issue, you wake up, throw two Nike sweatsuits on or Adidas sweatsuits, and you fly to New York and then you eat pizza and you come back in the same day. But when money is the issue, then people feel trapped. There's debt. There's not enough. You're trying to work together. You can't work together. She's thinking about the fact that my cousin wants to get married, but I don't have enough money to get the plane tickets. Once you eliminate those things, then you can work together. And now you say, okay,
Or
now we
or if you communicate in the first place where your financial status is and how to work together with guidance, with communication, it can work. Women, I'm going to tell you out there, if you want a successful relationship, stop trying to be the man. Stop trying to be the man. Men, stop making the woman be the man.
a lot of guys.
There's
I
a
hear
lot
guys
out there.
saying that, and I'm glad you said that. I hear a lot of guys say shit, and I be like, bruh, like, are you really serious? Like, huh? I
Mm-hmm.
was talking to a guy one time, and he said, my wife said, I want you to make certain decisions. He said, well, I didn't want to make all those decisions because I didn't want to. What if I was wrong?
Right.
God damn. Well, maybe she should have got a lady to live with. That shit's weird as shit to me. Like, listen, I I got solutions to problems. That's the way men. I got solutions. If
Yeah.
I ain't got solutions, why should you be here? I mean, you can live with a lady and y'all be befuddled about shit and looking around like scratching your head. Damn, what we gonna do? But I'm the man in the situation. Let's figure this shit out.
Yeah. And I'll look, one thing we can tell the public, I just said what I had to say. Ladies, love your man. If you want to date in today's world, stop trying to be Cardi B. Stop trying to be Beyonce. Stop trying to be in control. Stop trying to play the man's role. Learn how to be submissive. Love your mate. I know that's a lot,
It's a lot. It's a
but
lot.
but it's really not a lot.
It's a lot. But I'll tell you this:
Mm-hmm.
the dating game, and I don't give a damn what city it is, all that, because people are not being genuine. They're sending their representative. The dating game sucks, man. Like all the way around. Like it sucks. Like so, if you are a person that's got your shit together and you're taking care of business, you can't show that to anybody because people take that shit for granted.
Right.
You know, like they take it for granted. If you are a person that it's almost better to be someone that doesn't have very much to offer because people, men and women that have a lot to offer, whether that's career, financial, they've been taking care of business, they're going to inherit money from, let's just put it all out. They're going to inherit money one day from somebody else's death and all that.
Just explain four things of financial. What else do they have to offer?
Now for a man, there's difference. Like I said, the feminine side is really important. That's really important for men like me. You know
Mm,
what I mean? But like he said, the guy just said in the clip, you said, if he can't connect with with a woman, what's the purpose even being around her? You can't even. There's nothing you can do with her. It's nothing.
right.
And I think like age differences hurt too. People don't want to be honest. When you far out of your age, like that's hard.
That's true. I'm a,
It's
I'm a
hard.
I'm a witness of that. I'm a
I
witness.
would say and I always say this, and people get offended. Anything 8 years, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. You can be friends.
Be friends, but a real committed relationship over 8 years, that shit genuinely falls apart. I've seen it fall apart too many times. If a guy marries a lady and she's older
Mhm.
and he gets in his mid 40s, let's say he's 46 and she's 10 years older and she's 57, he's gonna divorce you. I don't give a shit. You might not like what I'm saying. He's gonna leave. And if a lady is there
I'm gonna
and
say not necessarily,
he's gonna leave,
not
I,
necessarily, and I'm gonna
I,
tell you why. I'm gonna tell
okay,
you.
one
Okay.
more. And then if you are a lady and you get a guy and it was cool when he was 40 and you were 25, but when he's 55 and you're 40 and you look in the mirror, you're gonna say, I gotta get the fuck out of here because this motherfucker is asleep with his mouth open and he got his underwear on, his boxers, and they're tired, and one of his nuts has fell through his shorts. You don't want that, ladies. So I'm just telling you.
Okay.
And then
Listen.
you start looking at Javier, the yard guy, and you fuck Javier.
I'm gonna tell y'all, men, if you're 50 and you can get an Angela Bassett,
You talking about a goddamn unicorn.
I'm talking about there's
You talking
Angela
about
Bassett.
goddamn.
No, there's Angela Bassett's in this world. Angela
Yeah, but
Bassett is
them goddamn
hold on.
unicorns.
Hold on. There are Angela Bassett's in this world. Angela Bassett is just the one being publicized because she's
How old is she now?
65, I think.
65. Most ladies get 65 and their elbows as sharp as a goddamn razor. They point it like a motherfucker.
Look at Chris Jenner.
Which one?
Chris Jenner, the mom. The
Oh,
mom
that motherfucker.
who's with
That
her,
girl, that woman been worked on.
who she has, but that's celebrity status. So, ladies, what I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna end it here. We're gonna stop recording. I'm gonna say something for the ladies. Show Be submissive and know your worth with who you are trying to connect with. If
It's hard.
they can't connect with you, or if it is like this, I mean, you got to look elsewhere. If you guys have communication in your relationship and you're able, stop looking at the swag, stop looking at the money, learn how to communicate, have fun with each other. If you're able to do those things, you're going to succeed. Go ahead, Trav.
I, I I can piggyback off that. A lot of those things, but I would say like getting in relationships where you guys are. I think getting in relationships now where you waste each other's time. Like who the fuck's got time to be? I'm 45, she's 43, and we're wasting each other's time. I think that's bullshit. I
Absolutely.
just think that's bullshit. This is the way to fuck with each other for 5 years and then break up is a total waste of time.
Yeah.
So that you could have been working harder with your kids or your job. I could have been uh learning how to speak Hebrew. Um
Can he? Not Hebrew.
Hebrew. I'm just saying it could have been better. They're wasting each other's fucking time. I think that shit's crazy.
And let
Like,
know your fucking self-worth. If a man is approaching you and he's fine and he's got swag and you're like, you got to be single for a reason, stop saying that shit. Know your fucking worth. Be like, yes, he's fine. Okay, I got this. Stop
yeah, but
questioning that man.
but I'll say this. Something that is packaged that looks that good, it makes you feel like something's wrong
Know
with
your
that person.
fucking worth. Know your
Okay.
fucking worth. If you feel like you can't capture something like that, you got some healing to do. Because as long as you are confident and know who you are and you attract somebody that's fine and has swag and this and that, stop questioning why me. Stop questioning how did I pull you. Stop questioning you must be married. Stop questioning you just want some side pussy. Something's wrong with this. Stop questioning that and know your fucking worth. And on that note, we out of here until Sunday.
Yeah, 100 show Sunday.
Yes. Holla at ya.